What's going on, everybody? This is roxrite. I just want to wish you guys a happy new year. Hope you guys had a good start to it so far. To kick off the first episode of the year, I'm going to bring you guys along to the first practice of the year. So let's see how it goes, and I'll catch y'all there. Let's go. So yeah, day one back. You gotta just throw yourself around to get a feel for it again. It's been almost a month of inconsistent practices. So after yesterday's practice, I was a little frustrated with the way that I was doing my stuff. I felt like I kept going back to strictly just moves instead of trying to enjoy the music more. But you know, that's what happens when you are inconsistent for a month. After a freestyle session, actually, I had a minor injury in my upper back, so it was really hard for my body to do movements like this. So I had to take a little break. I mean, judging in Vietnam and judging Undisputed didn't really require me to do a whole lot of breaking, so I was able to kind of go through the injury and do what I needed to do. After that, I took a few weeks off, and when I tried to get back into practice, it was really hard to find the motivation. I think that really killed the vibe and the flow that I had built up and the consistency. But it happens. As a b-boy and a b-girl, you will eventually hit a roadblock, or you will burn out a bit and lose some of the motivation. I believe that with consistent practice, you build confidence, and with confidence comes more motivation. So when you start lacking practice, at least for me, I start to lose my confidence, and then my motivation starts to go down. So I feel that those things run hand in hand, and you really need to find the right balance in terms of being able to keep that flow going and just that vibe continuing to build. You know, it happens. It happened obviously to me this last month. Coming back and trying to get things to go back into gear, it's hard to find the fire, you know, hard to find the motivation. But for me, many things that I like to do are small stuff. For example, one of the things that can get me started to start focusing again on my practices is maybe setting a goal, a small goal. Maybe pick a small jam, a local jam, and decide to prepare for it, or maybe pick a out-of-state jam and, you know, start focusing on the training for that. That helps me get the motivation back. Different things as well, like right now I'm watching some old footage of one of my crew members from Renegades. Actually, I like watching his specific footage because he was such a rarity. I never really got to link with him or build with him. So I remember watching him before I got in the crew and after I got in the crew as well. His name is Sway. You should look him up. Actually, it's really dope footage of him. And this footage is strictly mainly from the 90s when I first saw him on videos, and just his approach and the whole vibe in the video, it just brings me back to when I was coming up and when I first started breaking. And the way that he approaches it is very simple, but just very clean and precise, somewhat in the same way that I approach it at times. So sometimes watching other footage outside of yourself and just being appreciative of what you're watching, that for me can bring back a little bit of fire. And you know, watching some of the stuff that he was doing for me is like, oh damn, like it just motivates me. So for today, actually, the second practice of the year, I'm actually gonna go link up with the squadron, with my crew, and get a session. And sometimes I need to get out and interact with other people than just myself. I feel like all the footage I've showed you guys, or my practice footage I've showed you guys these last couple months on these vlogs, has just been by myself. So today I'm gonna link up with some of the guys, and usually getting down with the guys is always motivating because they're all doing different things and it's inspiring to see, you know. So let's see how the day goes.
Okay, so look, check it out. All that shit roxrite be saying on his YouTube channel, yeah, you better stretch and practice and, you know, like freezes and, you know what? At the end of the day, you got it or you don't. And guess what? roxrite got it. So I'm sorry, you're welcome. Make sure you subscribe because it's all lies, okay?
So yesterday's practice at Luigi's Garage was actually really cool. It was good to connect with all the guys, you know, from Squadron, Kid David, Peanut, Lean Rock. Everybody that was in the garage getting down with me yesterday was really nice. It's a good change of atmosphere as well. When you practice in the same place all the time, sometimes it can become a little repetitive and reductant and a little uninspiring when you do it regularly so often, that it's good to change atmospheres. It's good to bring new energy around and just test moves out and test ideas out with your friends and crew that you trust. You know, at least I know that they're going to give me honest feedback on some of the concepts I have, or, you know, just vibing with them may change the mood that I have in my breaking at the moment. And yesterday, that's exactly what happened. The first day, like I said, I was focusing more on just doing moves. And then yesterday, when I started practicing with the guys, I started going more into just getting back into enjoying the music. And when I don't practice so often, I worry more about the moves. And I need to be worried more about the dance and just the groove and just vibing with the music, you know. So it was a good change up, definitely motivated me to get back on track more. Definitely looking to practice with the guys a little bit more during this upcoming week and following weeks to follow as well. One of the other things that is very important for dance and motivation in dance, and it's actually the biggest thing for me, is music. So on the practice days with roxrite, I shared with you guys a playlist, but I actually didn't put out the tracks. So today I'm going to share with you guys this playlist. So I hope maybe you guys find some tracks or some music in the playlist that inspires you or motivates you to push harder at practice. So for all you guys tuning in, I would appreciate it if you guys would actually drop a comment with your playlist and share your music. Maybe it'll give me some new ideas, or maybe I'll find some new music that is going to inspire me and motivate me for my training this upcoming month. Definitely, I hope that helps you guys out. Again, guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate the support, and I'll catch you guys on the next time. Time to motivate and get ready for the next battle. Peace out, guys.
Why are you scared, bro? You shot me.
Yeah, but don't shoot me in the face.
I don't want to shoot you in the face.